Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another untilit.works cipher. It's my second one of the day. Feeling pretty good. I'm getting some stuff done. Hopefully, if you were here earlier, hopefully you were getting some stuff done even then and ready to get more stuff done because uh, it's time. You know what I mean, to get things worked out. I'm actually I'm kind of like planning for some stuff coming up. So it's like conference season, and so looking to kind of like stretch out and like reach out past like what I normally, because before previously people would just kind of like ask me to speak at things, and I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. But I think now I want to start reaching out into like new places and like new uncharted territories and things. So, and plus it's part of my job. So I'm writing up these things called CFPs, like call for papers, and so there's a few whose deadlines are coming up. So, and plus there's this thing I really want to like really start kind of like spearheading kind of thing, to see if I can make it happen or help make it happen, because I think it would be cool. So I want to do my part to try and help make it happen. So yeah. So that's what I'm like doing research on things and like how to write like a good CFP. So I'm reading like articles and looking at examples and stuff, and just doing research on the thing to make sure the thing that I want to try and help make happen, that I'm very well versed in it, and I'm thinking of like ideas and things like code samples and what have you, things of that nature. So neither here nor there. All right, let's get into. And I'm thinking I got a new idea for a new T-shirt as well, and so I'm thinking about, I'm gonna see if I can get like a test print created. Yeah. So that's so a lot of things. Finished my laundry, cleaned up around the van a little bit, got the what do you call it? Post radio show promo stuff out. So feeling pretty good. Okay, so this is untilit.works. Like I said, it consists of ciphers. Now, each cipher is a 3-hour block of time. And each cipher consists of two type of sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Cool. Now, the work session we'll talk about, but this is a break session that we're in right now. So you see my face on this video. Now, below the video, you may see, you should see, not may see, but you'll see that you may need to click play to start the video. And that's because if you ever hop onto the site and it's in the middle of a break session, most browsers won't autoplay video that has audio that's not muted. So you may need to click play to actually start the stream. Then you can also see next to that, we have the open close caption button. And right now, my text is being turned into speech through the web speech recognition API as built into the Chrome browser. And hopefully it is accurately translating my speech into text in the box that opens up if you click open close caption. Then we have the add a clip and create a highlight video buttons. If there's anything that you found interesting during these break sessions, you can actually clip out a piece of it. So you have about like a few seconds. So once you hear the thing, then you press add a clip, and now take a 5-second clip. That will hopefully be long enough to capture what it was that you're looking for, and you get 5 of those. And when you click create a highlight video when you're done, that'll save all the timestamps into like my database, so that when I hit stop broadcast, it takes all that information, sends it off to do a whole bunch of stuff in the back end, and it will take the recorded video and use the timestamps to clip out the 5-second clips, then join them together, and so that you can check them out later. You can download it, send it on Twitter, things of that nature. So it's pretty cool stuff. If you can check out my timeline, that's what I do. I post them to Twitter and to Instagram. So if you want to kind of get an example, you can check that out there. What else? Yes, and then we also have the countdown timer. And so that's counting down to when the actual next work session begins. And then you can join the room if you would like to chat and or ask a question. All right, cool. Now let's talk about the work session. Work sessions, break sessions are about 15 minutes. Work sessions about 45 minutes. Break sessions happen 15 minutes after the hour, and work sessions start like 30 minutes after the hour. And so, I'm not going to need an audio for that. So this is what the work session may look like. The background image may be different because it's just a randomly selected like nature environmental image thing I find calming. So in the upper right hand corner, we have the menu. So home, shop, subscribe, log in or log out, depending on your status. Subscribe is where you'll find a list of all the upcoming ciphers, and you can subscribe to all of them or a specific one and get notified when we go live. And the times listed are in your local time, which is a web component thing I made, which I thought was pretty cool. All right. Great. Let's see. On the other side, we have the Bandcamp player. So I asked some artists that I know if they'd be willing to submit some music for projects that I create. And so a few of them did. So that's what we have there. So if you want to listen to music while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, you can check it out. It's a Bandcamp player. Like I said, you can actually purchase the track and share it if you like. But I also added, you could tweet it out and it will send a pre-populated tweet. Like it'll open Twitter with a pre-populated tweet and promoting the artist and stuff. So big fan of doing that. All right, cool. Then we have towards the center, the to-dos section. So this where it says add a task, add your task. Either hit the plus button or hit enter, and it'll add it to the to-dos section. With the to-dos, you can edit them, you can delete them, and or you can mark them as complete. And when you mark them as complete, they go into the done section. And if you want to view that, you just hit done and it'll show you. All right. Also, once everything is set and completed, like you're done for the day, you can just hit the tweet icon. It'll open up Twitter and have a pre-populated tweet with all the things you got completed, like with check marks next to them. So I kind of feel like that's a good way of putting a punctuation on the end of the day. Like I got some stuff done, feel good to get into the rest of this week, with some momentum. All right, then we have another countdown timer, and this one's counting down to when the next break session happens. Again, that is 15 minutes after the hour. Then we have view tutorials. I have some free Code Camp and the Odin project. From what I understand, they're pretty good. And so I think from what I'm hearing, they'll give you a good overview of what is involved with web development. And you can kind of make an informed decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money pursuing web development. Now, also got some I think they're cool projects. Full disclosure, I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage. And so I got 3 tutorials there. One of them is you create an application where you put in your phone number and you can call yourself on your real world phone and have a conversation. Then another one is the opposite, where you dial a virtual number through your real world phone and pick it up in your application that you create and have a conversation. Then there's also you create an application where 2 users can log in, one can call the other, and then you have a conversation back and forth. Amazing stuff. So you can check that out. Let me know what you think if you do get a chance to do it. We'll come back to Hako because I have a presentation for that. Show and tell sign up. If you want to come up and talk about whatever it is that you found interesting this week, it's like a 10-minute lightning talk, feel free. You just click show and tell, sign up, and it'll step you through on how to sign up to do show and tell. All right, and then remember that video that you sent off to be created of the highlights? Well, the step right there where it says highlights, highlight, the status will say submitted initially, and while it's getting work done. When it's completed, it'll say done, just like that, and have the view button so that you'll be able to preview it, download it. You can send it to Twitter. Thing is, the link that in the pre-populated tweet, sometimes it will show your video as like the preview video, but then it depends on, I don't know what the Twitter criteria is to show it or not. But so what I've been doing is I've been downloading the video because I sent it to Instagram anyway, but also attaching it to the tweet so that I know it's there. So, all right. And now let's talk about the Hako. Come here. All right. So now, again, similar layout from before, you know what I'm saying, except the background is different. Now, all right, so Hako in this section here, you can create or you can view any Hakos happening. Hako stands for help a coder / creator out, right? So let's say you view it, you can kind of see what Hakos are happening. Now, when you create a Hako, you just enter in your title of it, the thing, the issue you're having, or maybe the feedback that you want, the keywords to help people understand, like, maybe it's a programming language or a certain topic or something else. Then you hit create. When you do that, you'll get a link to a room that was just created for you. And so you can copy the URL, or you can just click the link to share it to Twitter. And then also when you join your Hako, so the point of the link is to give other people so that they can join your room. And now the thing is, they just don't join your room automatically. They request to be a part of your Hako. And so you can see them pop up over here in the corner. So on the side, so let me talk about the layout here. We've got the title at the top. We've got that you can leave if you'd like, or you can open the menu to see who's in the room. We also have like a chat area, so we'll talk about that. We have the countdown timer. This is counting down to when the next break session happens. We also have a link, the same link before to your Hako, so you can just copy the URL, or again, just click to share it on Twitter. And then when somebody joins your room, you can or tries to request to join your room, you can approve or deny them. Now you can base that decision on, if you click their username, it'll open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on where they logged in with. So you'll be able to see their profile and make an informed decision whether or not you want to let that person into your room. Now, let's say you do let them into your room and they turn out to be a pretty horrible person. You can ban them at any time and kick them out your room and prevent them from ever coming back in. So there's that. Now, as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. And so my hope is that by sharing your screen, you'll be able to show the other people what it is that you're having an issue with, or whatever you want to get feedback on, and so that they can actually witness what it is that you're having issues with, or whatever it is that you want to get feedback on, so they can have a greater understanding of it. And so you'll be able to share your screen. And the way the communication can happen is that there's a text chat, like I said before. So you just enter in your text, hit send, and it'll send it to everyone in the Hako. Now, let's say that you wanted to, let's say you didn't want to type all that stuff or what have you. You can enable audio chat. And just like with the tutorial, when you enable audio chat, it will turn your like just here, like I can like another person could enable their audio chat, and then you'd be able to have audio chats, so you'll be able to speak with each other through the browser. Now, that only works if another person has their audio enabled, so that you can speak back and forth. Now, the thing is, for people who don't have it enabled, I have it to where it will, once you enable audio chat, it will try and use the web speech recognition API to turn your text into turn your speech into text, and then place it in the text chat so that people can still follow along, even though they may not be able to hear what it is that you're saying. They'll be able to read it. And then I have kind of the opposite way. Let's say you're focusing on another monitor or what have you, or you can't see the chat. You can also enable text to speech. So any messages that show up in the text chat will be read out to you through the computer voice thing. So there's that. Cool. All right. So I wanted to be able to kind of give folks options on how they want to be able to communicate, because end of the day, I want y'all to be able to get the solution and or feedback you were looking for. And so that's that. Cool. And then you'll be able to check out any other Hakos happening. Cool. And that is that. Cool. Not too bad timing. All right. So let me get y'all back to work, because there's stuff I want to get to. I'm having like a nice flow as far as writing this CFP thing. I'm going to try like do an outline. And so I'm trying to make it really, really good and so enticing, so that I'll be able to speak at these things. And so gonna send you all out with some traveling music. Again, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you get much productivity for you. And I think that's going to be it. So thanks again for hanging out. Let me get this screen share going. All right, cool. This one here, going to get some audio. Cool. All right, so I'm going to send y'all with some music. This is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta. The track is called Thank You, because I want to thank y'all for hanging out. And so see you 15 minutes after the hour. And yeah, much productivity. All right, thanks again for hanging out. And see you later. Here we go.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I'm feeling like yeah. And everybody says yeah. We spread it love like yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to.